So I'm here with the Congresswoman elect that everyone is talking about, Congresswoman Elect Adelita Grijalva. We want you to be the Congresswoman from the 7th Congressional District so you can represent your constituents. I know that Speaker Johnson pretends that he's thinking about maybe having that happen, and then he says things in public, but then behind the scenes has been preventing you from being sworn in, which goes against all of the precedent that existed before. Even when Congress wasn't around, they would swear people in pro forma sessions. You won your district by over 40 points. This is overwhelming. It's done. And one of the reasons people suspect why they're not swearing you in is that you would be the 218th signature on the discharge petition for a vote to release the Epstein files. Lots of people believe that this is the reason that Mike Johnson and the Republicans don't even want to gavel in and have a session. So, Congresswoman-elect, let me play for you what just went down, and I want to get your response because this is what Mike Johnson said moments ago. Let's play it.
There was a moment earlier this year, you swore in 2 Republican members during a pro forma session. So why not swear in Adelita Grijalva, who was elected 2 weeks ago during a pro forma session? Does it have to do with her 218th signature on the discharge petition, the Epstein discharge?
No, it has nothing to do with that at all. We will swear her in when everybody gets back. It's a ceremonial duty. Look, we'll schedule it, I guess, as soon as she wants. It has nothing to do with it. We're in pro forma session because there is nothing for the House to do. The House has done its job. People say, why don't you do more? Let's do more. Now you should do something. We already did something. It was passing a clean CR.
So, Congresswoman-elect, where do things stand, and what's your message to Speaker Johnson right now?
If he's serious, just give me a date and I will be there. Period. Like pro forma, call us in. The frustration for me is that it seems as if Speaker Johnson is not willing to swear me in because our politics are a little different, or because I'm going to be the 218th signer, that, he can continue to drag this along with no end in sight. And that is not a foundation of our democracy. And I need to fight for the almost 800,000 people in our community that right now do not have a voice in Congress and don't have the support from our district.
So Speaker Johnson said publicly when pressed by Manu Raju right there, let's schedule it. We heard it. It couldn't be more clear what he said. Just have her call me. We'll schedule it. We'll get it on the books. But then shortly thereafter, it was reported by Kate Santaliz that a leadership aide tells me that Speaker Johnson's posture hasn't changed on swearing in Grijalva. Quote, as the full content of his remarks make clear, the posture hasn't changed on swearing her in once the Democrat shutdown is over and the House is back in session. So they turn it into this political game with your life, where he says one thing on camera, and then this is kind of how they're dealing with the Trump shutdown. Then they do something behind closed doors. Welcome to Congress, Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva. What's your response to that?
The bedrock of our democracy is free and fair elections. And we take this oath seriously. This is about saving people's lives and fighting for the right to be able to advocate for this community. And I was overwhelmingly elected to do this job. Let me do my job and swear me in.
And one of the issues also is that you're a mom with 3 kids. You've been campaigning. It's not like you've been out there, having another job. And when he previously would say things like, hey, maybe I'll swear you in, maybe I don't. What do? Do you take a trip to Washington, D.C. for them to say, okay, no, we're not going to do it. Then you have to fly back. There's also an aspect of this where they're playing with your life, and your family, and now your extended family, your constituents, the 800,000 people from Arizona's 7th. So just so we're all clear, so that MAGA Mike hears it directly from you. So Mike Johnson hears it directly from you. that if he can just confirm to the world that he would swear you in on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, just say it. You'll fly there and we'll do it and we'll get this over with, right? But stop playing with your life and your family and your constituents, huh?
Yep. No, if once he confirms a date, I will get there. Whether my family can go is a different story, because this toying with this date has been incredibly frustrating for so many people. And respectfully, the attention that he's getting about this is well deserved, because instead of adding to the transparency of this issue with the Epstein files, instead of using the same sort of process that he did for 3 previous members of Congress that were sworn in on a special in under 24 hours, he is changing the rules for this Chicana from Tucson. And we're not going to stand for it.
And in many ways, it also sheds light on the fact that this is a Trump shutdown and a Republican shutdown, and the same lies and lack of transparency and games. I just think the American people, we don't want games. Stop posting AI of sombreros. Stop treating us like we're stupid. I think in many ways, it's further being highlighted with these just unnecessary, petty, lowbrow, Trumpy games they're playing with your life and the lives of the constituents in Arizona 7th.
Yep. And I myself and Representative Ledger Fernandez, in addition to Leader Jeffries, all saw these memes with sombreros. It's just racist and it's low class and unnecessary. And how do you stand next to and behind a president that is putting that sort of stuff out there when real lives are in jeopardy, when people are not getting a paycheck, when they're not sure when they're going to be able to pay their rent, buy groceries? I mean, these are real life situations of people that are working right now without being compensated or being threatened to lose their jobs. So stop playing around and toying with American people.
And all of the things they've been saying, I don't even understand what they seem all over the place. It just looks really weird and weak at a time when Americans are really scared. I mean, I'm sure you're hearing from constituents, there's not much you can do because they aren't swearing you in about their premiums increasing if these tax credits are not extended, or their health care being ripped away if they're on Medicaid. And then it's just like every time Trump posts the stupid sombrero thing, or they blame migrants, or they start talking about transgender people in Peru, or Trump posts about all the gold in the White House, it just like it viscerally like hits me like, this is just a gross. They're just behaving gross, and it's not funny. It's not clever. It's mean-spirited. It's weird. People are feeling that this is a life, rightfully so. This is a life or death moment for them. This is how you're handling it. But it's why you ran though, right? Like, it's why you want this position and why you ran for office, so you can fight for your constituents, but they want to deprive you of that.
I think that it's so important that when we're talking about what is actually going on, stop clowning around and playing games. There's a lot that we need to do as a country to rebuild. And when you have Trump being asked, hey, this community, our nation is very divided. What are you going to do to bring people together? And his answer is like, that's not my problem. I mean, I hope it opens the eyes of people who looked at him and thought, this is going to be a different kind of leader. It is a different kind of leader, one that doesn't have any morals or values other than what it means to his own pocketbook and his billionaire friends.
Congresswoman-elect, soon to be Congresswoman Grijalva, I think the whole country, the whole world hears you loud and clear. MAGA Mike Johnson, just put a date on the schedule this week. Stop playing games with the constituents of Arizona 7th. Stop playing games with Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva and her family, who just want to also just be a human being. Like, let her family wanted to be there with her in DC and see the swearing in. This is an incredibly important moment. Your dad passed away recently. This seat, what he meant to the community. You've taken over the seat. You even won the district by more than anybody ever, which he would have been so proud of. And it's evil. It's mean. It should just anger all Americans, regardless of what political party. This should be a special moment for you. And MAGA Mike is behaving like such a Trump, such a little petty, weak little man. I'll let you get the final word in.
Well, I just appreciate you putting attention to it. I think it's important that more often he hears it and it's hammering home. What you're doing is not okay. This is not normal. And it's not the way you have treated 3 other people that are in this position. So do the right thing, do the moral thing and the just thing, and give me a date so I can get sworn in and get to work for Arizonans.
Congresswoman Elect Adelita Grijalva, appreciate you. Looking forward to you being sworn in.
Thank you so much.
Everybody hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.